Greetings, YouTube. So President Obama has filed a friend of the court amicus brief aimed at the Supreme Court on behalf of the LGBT community, asking the court to strike down Proposition 8. Now, at first I was really happy, and then I came to realize that the brief was fairly limited in scope. Essentially, he would like them to remove the obstructions that would knock down Proposition 8, but not remove all bans in the United States against same-sex marriage, because those bans exist in over 30 states. Now, if this goes through, and if the Supremes do in fact say, okay, you cannot prevent people in California from having same-sex marriage, that would, of course, affect California, but there are 7 other states that have similar laws that would also go down. So in one decision, 8 bans would disappear, but there would still be some 30 bans that would stand. Now the reasoning here is that those bans are stronger. By getting these 8 out of the way, that would then kind of kick the can down the road a little bit, giving more of Americans time to get used to the idea, and other states may well hop on board on their own, so that you would then have even more states that endorsed marital equality in America. So when it came around to making decisions on the stronger bans that exist, they would be more likely to be removed in a way that they could not be done now. That is probably going to be viewed as a savvy political move. And whether Obama gets his way or not, and whether the court agrees or not, he can always say in his legacy that he stood on this at this day out for marital equality, and if it goes for him, it'll be his legacy that he helped it, and if it doesn't go towards that, he can say in his legacy that he did what he could, which will be true. And I am still saying that he's like a day late and a dollar short, but I've been accused of being somewhat cynical in that regard. But what's bothering me the most about this limited decision of his, this limited brief that he's filed, is that it still doesn't change the fact that there are American citizens that are being treated as second-class people. And that, if not now, when? Making someone wait 1 extra day for equal treatment under the law is too long. So this whole kicking the can down the road concept is a moral abomination. Now, Alito and Scalia, they hate Obama. They are never, ever going to vote in favor of anything, or to make a decision in favor of anything that he supports. He could have an actual cornucopia that gave out endless supplies of everything that we need, and they would still say that it was a bad plan. 3 of the other judges, they're way too conservative. So this is up in the air. Maybe this limited brief will help push them over the edge. I don't know. I do know that the ban in California and the other states, and all states, is, in my opinion, constitutionally unsound. American citizens are being treated unfairly, and they shouldn't, for something that has nothing to do with anyone else other than those involved in that union. In a Venn diagram, same-sex marriage over here, and the rest of us over here, and that's the overlap. None. No one will be adversely affected by same-sex marriage at all. And the fact that every single progressive liberal in this country isn't marching out there or speaking out on this issue just stuns me. The great silent swaths of America that just sits back and lets their fellow citizens live without equal treatment. Now, when this is all said and done, and in 10 or 15 years, how long it takes for all the states to finally adopt same-sex marriage, we have full marital equality in America, eventually the Republicans and their less sane branches, the Libertarians and the Tea Party, will eventually all come around to agreeing with this decision. And the gymnastics that the social conservatives in America are going to have to go through to come around to the position which they will take, which will be that they always supported it. And it was those Democrats that prevented us from actually having marital equality in America. If nothing else, will be entertaining. Because I can guarantee you that will happen.